So you're finally ready to buy your new car. You've saved every rupee for the down payment, planned the loan down to the last EMI, maybe even stretched your budget to get the variant you really wanted. You can already picture the moment they hand you the keys. And then your salesperson hands you a list. A long, expensive list of accessories your car apparently needs. Chrome this, 70 that, mud flaps for 3,000 rupees. Suddenly that dream delivery day starts looking like a billing trap. Welcome to White Metal. Let's talk about accessories. After going through the long and exhausting process of buying a car, this one final step of buying expensive accessories for an already expensive car can feel overwhelming. And rightly so, because the accessories game is a whole different animal in itself. Indian car buyers on average tend to spend up to 40 to 50,000 rupees on accessories alone. That number can even go up to 1 lakh rupees for some of the more premium cars. It is a $2.2 billion industry and is expected to grow to $3.5 billion by 2033. There is a lot of money to be made here, and all of that money comes from your pockets. And for the dealerships, it's a gold mine. They make just 3 to 6% profit on the car itself. But on accessories, the profit margin jumps to 20 to 30%. That means selling you 1 lakh worth of accessories can earn them just as much money as selling you a 10 lakh car. And that is why dealerships will try every trick in the book to try and sell you as many accessories as possible. Sometimes even forcing them down your throat. And almost always at inflated prices. So here are 6 types of accessories that car buyers tend to spend most of their money on. I will tell you all about them so that you can decide for yourself if they're worth your money. A lot of base and mid variants of some mass market cars do not come with alloy wheels as standard. So if you're buying one of these cars, alloy wheels will probably be your most expensive purchase. Alloy wheels, as the name suggests, are made of a mixture of aluminium and magnesium, and they replace the traditional steel wheels and wheel caps. Alloy wheels, being lighter than steel wheels, reduce the unsprung weight of the car. This means better fuel efficiency, faster acceleration, and improved handling. They cool down faster, which helps your brakes perform better, especially on long drives and hilly areas. And they are rust resistant, which really helps if you live in a place with frequent rough weather. Steel wheels, on the other hand, are well made of steel. They are cheaper to buy and easier to fix. A deformed steel wheel can simply be hammered back into shape, which is not possible with alloy wheels. They are also a tad bit stronger than alloy wheels, which actually makes them better for bad roads. But the biggest appeal of alloy wheels is the way they look and just how well designed and customizable some of these things are. Steel wheels also come blacked out with fancy wheel caps that mimic alloy wheels, but more often than not you can tell they are fake. So if you really want to upgrade to alloy wheels, you don't have to buy them from the dealership. Aftermarket alloys will probably cost you a lot less, and you get a lot more options as compared to OEM alloys. But when buying aftermarket alloys, always remember, stick to the reputed brands, check the correct specifications, only buy from trusted dealers, and avoid oversized rims. Nothing screams luxury quite like leather seats. So it's no surprise that leather seat covers are the most popular interior upgrade Indian car buyers go for. They instantly make the cabin feel more premium and are one of the first things a dealership will try to sell you. Most mass market cars, especially in the lower and mid variants, come with fabric upholstery from the factory. And let's face it, fabric isn't the easiest to keep clean. Spill something and it's a stain magnet. That's where seat covers become more of a need than a luxury. Leather seat covers, on the other hand, are easy to wipe down, and even if something goes horribly wrong, replacing seat covers is way cheaper and simpler than redoing the factory upholstery. But here's something the dealerships don't always clarify. The leather seat covers they're offering you, they're not real leather. What you're usually getting is PU leather, a short for polyurethane leather, also known as artificial leather or synthetic leather. It's not made from animal skin, but rather from plastic-based materials. That said, synthetic leather isn't all that bad. It looks premium, feels smooth to the touch, and is often hard to distinguish from real leather at first glance. In fact, many car manufacturers now offer synthetic leather even in top variants, because it's more sustainable, more affordable, and easier to maintain. And if you really care about not hurting animals, it's a win-win. But like always, dealerships are going to quote you an inflated price. A typical set of synthetic leather seat covers at a dealership can cost you anywhere between 15,000 to 35,000 rupees depending on the car. The exact same material and stitching quality, sometimes even better, is available in the aftermarket for about 8,000 to 20,000 rupees. And many aftermarket shops offer customization and more color choices. So unless the dealer is giving you a genuinely competitive deal, it's worth shopping around before committing. And if you do decide to go the aftermarket route, just make sure you're dealing with someone you trust, because outside the showroom, you're just as likely to get scammed. One of the most common accessories dealerships push is paint protection. And they'll throw a bunch of fancy terms at you. Teflon, ceramic, PPF. So let's break it down. First up, Teflon coating. Despite the name, most Teflon jobs offered by dealerships today don't contain actual Teflon or PTFE. It's just a synthetic polish or wax. Adds a bit of shine, lasts a few weeks, and offers almost no real protection. It's like giving your car a haircut and calling it a makeover. You can do it yourself at home with a good wax for a few hundred rupees. Next, ceramic coating. This is a liquid polymer that chemically bonds with your car's paint. It creates a smooth hydrophobic layer that repels dust, water, and light stains. It gives your car that glossy, just detailed look and can last up to 2 to 3 years with proper maintenance. But here's the catch. It's expensive. A proper ceramic coating from a trained professional can cost up to 20,000 to 50,000 rupees depending on your car. What dealerships often do is sell you a ceramic coat that's really just a sealant or polish, without the durability or bonding that real ceramic coating offers. And finally, PPF, or paint protection film. This is a transparent physical film applied over your car's paint, usually on the bonnet, bumpers, door edges, or even the whole car. It's the only option that actually protects the car against scratches, chips, and minor scuffs. But it comes at a premium. 40,000 to 1.5 lakh rupees or more, depending on the coverage and film quality. It's also high maintenance and needs to be applied perfectly to avoid bubbles or peeling. Now, here's the reality. Your car's factory paint is already designed to handle Indian weather. UV rays, dust, rain, all of it. So unless you're buying a dark colored car or you're really particular about keeping that paint showroom fresh, none of these coatings are essential. And if you do want one of these treatments, skip the dealership. Go to a trusted detailer like 3M or Bosch. You'll get better quality and better value. Or if you're on a budget, grab a bottle of wax and try it yourself. The shine might not last years, but it could turn out to be a great bonding experience. Just you, your hands, and your brand new car. Underbody coating is a thick, rubberized or bitumen-based layer applied to the underside of the car, wheel wells, and sometimes exposed metal joints. It acts as a sealant that reduces direct contact between water, salt, mud, and the metal surfaces, helping to prevent corrosion over time. Most new cars today already come with some level of factory-applied rust protection, which is generally enough for regular use in cities with moderate climates. But if you live in a coastal region, a city that faces heavy monsoons or flooding, or if you plan to keep your car for more than 8 to 10 years, getting additional coating can be a good long-term investment. Rust, if it starts creeping into the suspension mounts or subframes, can lead to expensive repairs later on. That said, it's not essential for everyone and definitely not something that needs to be rushed into on day one. Dealerships, however, often push this hard. And here's where the scam begins. They may charge 5,000 to 8,000 rupees for it, but in many cases it's just a thin cosmetic layer applied without proper surface preparation. Some even skip full coverage areas to cut costs, so you're not getting real protection, just a bill. If you do want it, skip the dealership, go to a reputable aftermarket detailer like 3M or Bosch. You'll get better quality, thorough application, and often lower prices. Or better yet, skip it for now. Observe your car over the first monsoon or two and then decide if you really need it. It's not a now or never. Fog lamps are mounted low on the front bumper and are designed to cut through fog, mist or heavy rain by illuminating the road directly ahead of the car, below the fog layer where visibility is still possible. Think of them like a light that crawls under the fog. That's why they're positioned low and have a sharp horizontal cutoff to prevent the light from bouncing off of the fog and creating glare that reflects directly into your eyes. In areas with frequent fog or heavy rain, especially in North India or hilly regions, fog lamps can genuinely improve safety because normal headlights just scatter light and fog and make it harder to see. OEM fog lamps, especially those integrated with DRLs, can be expensive, but they offer the best fit and finish and electrical compatibility with your car. If you go aftermarket, be careful. Many shops will sell you ultra bright LED lights that are not true fog lamps. These are often too bright, poorly focused and incorrectly aimed, which ends up blinding oncoming drivers and reducing your own visibility. The key is proper installation. Fog lamps should be aimed low and slightly outward, so they light up the road beneath the fog, not the fog itself. So yes, fog lamps can be very useful, but only if they're genuine, properly installed and used in the right conditions. The moment you're done choosing your car, the dealership will hand you a kit or accessory package. These kits often have a long list of items, some of which might sound useful, but most are either overpriced or outright unnecessary. Take garnish for example. Handle garnish, tail garnish, window garnish, grille garnish. Sounds fancy, right? But here's the truth. They're purely cosmetic. These are shiny bits, usually silver or chrome finished plastic, stuck on your door handles, tail lamps or around windows. They don't add any protection or performance, just the illusion of premium. And they're not even real chrome. These are plastic with chrome colored paint, and once they fade or peel, which they will, your car will look worse than it did without them. If you're after a clean, timeless look, it's best to skip these altogether. Then there are the famous 3D, 5D, 7D floor mats. Here's how they work. 3D mats are practical, good-fitting mats with side edges that help trap dirt and water. 5D and 7D mats just add extra layers for style. Stitched leather finish, higher sides, sometimes custom fit. But they're way overpriced. Most people don't need 7D mats. They look nice at first, but they get dirty fast, can trap moisture if not cleaned, and aren't always easy to remove and wash. And then we have door visors. These are black plastic strips above the windows, useful only if you crack your windows open during the rain. And then we have mud flaps, genuinely useful for preventing slush and stones from hitting the body. Number plate frames, don't even bother with it. Your number plate in itself is more than enough. Perfume, tissue box, keychains. Yes, some kits include these at a premium too.
What?
The problem isn't always with the accessories themselves. It's how much you're charged for them. A package that costs 12,000 to 25,000 rupees at the dealership can often be assembled for half that price or less in the aftermarket, and with better quality. So before you say yes to that essential kit, ask for a breakdown. Keep what you actually need and skip the glitter. Your car doesn't need a birthday costume, just things that make it safer, cleaner, and more functional. Now that we've looked at all the major accessories dealerships try to sell, what they do, what to watch out for, and whether they're actually worth it, let's take a step back. Because beyond individual accessories, what really matters is how you make those decisions. Whether you're at the dealership or shopping aftermarket, before you spend on accessories for your new car, here are 7 smart tips that could save you a lot of money and regret. Start with your needs, not the dealership's list. Think about how and where you drive and only get accessories that genuinely add value to your experience. Always double check what's already included with your variant. Dealers sometimes try to sell you things you already paid for, like seat covers or fog lamps. Research the market price and reviews before buying. The same accessory is often available outside for less and sometimes with better quality too. Don't fall for bundled kits with names like Essential or Value. Ask for an itemized bill and remove what you don't want. Be careful with installation, especially for electrical items. A bad fit can damage your car over time or worse, void your warranty. So go to trusted installers. It's okay to say no. You don't have to buy everything on the day you get the car. Take your time. And finally, always prioritize safety and practicality over looks. A stylish add-on won't matter if it doesn't last, or worse, causes problems. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next video.